Hello everybody, I'm Elwirfy and today we're back doing another discussion video because apparently someone else has been bad as well. This time it's none other than a very famous content creator, someone who I'll admit before I found out about everything that was going on, I used to be a fan. My wife really liked watching him and I can't deny the music he made was pretty cool. But unfortunately, that all ends today, because unlike the Dr. Disrespect situation, where I pretty much didn't watch him at all, and I'll admit I pretty much had no opinion of him, this is different. So I'm coming at this kind of from a different place of feelings, but the same position as I was last time, if anything, even more, feeling even more skeptical and concerned about everything that's been going on. Because, unfortunately, this content creator, Codico, is apparently being accused of having sex with a minor. Got another one. Great. What's new, right? But no, so recently in a canceled podcast by another content creator, Tana Mangu, has apparently decided to continue reaffirming and retelling the same exact story, which is very good for credibility, to be honest, about the fact that, frankly, Codico, at the age of 25, still decided to have sex with her, even though she was 17 at the time. Important to note, she is the same age as I am right now, so yikes. But it gets more, like, where's this all coming from, right? How do we know this? Well, my boy D'Angelo Wallace here decided to make an outstanding video going over everything, and I want to point out that just like with the Dr. Disrespect situation, I feel like I had trouble even wanting to make that video until I had something that convinced me that Dr. Disrespect was a pedophile, and I am now convinced that Codico is the same. I'm not claiming a crime here, just like he isn't. We don't have enough evidence to prove that he did these things, but based on what I've seen and I've been hearing on the internet, I very much so agree with my own feelings that Codico should be considered a pedophile because he knowingly had sex with a minor. In fact, Dr. Disrespect said he claimed he didn't know until we found out that was a lie, but in this one, we kind of know right off the bat. In fact, not kind of. We know right off the bat that Cody knew that Tana was a minor. So, yikes. But let's get to the video here. I want to show off the specific clip right here. It's already saved. Of that actually convinced me that this was credible, because initially, right, and some of you might not know, initially Tana was on her own, just stating how she was feeling, and everybody was kind of trying to defend Cody by saying, hey, she's done a lot of bad stuff in the past, but, like, how could she be considered a credible source? Well, unfortunately for Cody, there was a witness to this whole situation, and they are about to give their piece, and I'm going to play that section right now.
In the exact same story several years ago.
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know, I know she looks a little older, she's underage, watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he turned that.
This is real.
Yeah. That's the exact same story that Tana said that Gabby Hanna was saying, who was the person in the clip you just saw. And when I saw that there was an actual witness giving testimony before all this drama even blew up, that's when I've come to the conclusion that I have. Not saying it's I'm not claiming we have enough evidence to send him to jail, right? But I very strongly personally believe that he's a pedophile based on the witness statement that we got from someone who I would consider to be credible, because when she was saying it at the time, she wasn't explicitly doing it with the intent to go after Cody and send him to jail or something. She was just saying it from her own personal feelings and her own experience, and I think that's really important, and we need to respect that. And that's why I think it's really important to understand that when this kind of stuff happens, and I don't know why it's happening with all these large content creators, I hope no one else was a previous fan of, this happens to, but I think it's really just goes to show, this is the most stereotypical feeling of the kind of the kind of where am I going with this? The kind of guy in high school who would kind of act like they're all that, but then deep down we all kind of know they probably got some insecure shit going on. His whole personality, his whole channel, in fact, is on this whole frat boy style of content. Everything he does, I mean, look at his content, right? And I'm coming at this now as a small content creator. Look at what the kind of stuff that he does. He makes stuff that is made to get people interested in his content through kind of clickbait styles of things, like showing this person surprised at this, woman in a bikini, claiming that kids are evil while showing like just an upset kid who's probably complaining about some normal stuff. As you can see, I listen to the songs because I like his songs. Just like a cringy, fat, like he clearly has clickbaity, thumbnails and stuff. Everything he does is to get people to click on it, and he very much so, exudes his kind of frat boy style. You can feel that in his music as well. And I'm not surprised that this kind of a guy would have the sense of like, oh yeah, she's like, 17, let's do it. I'm not surprised that he did that. I think it's very believable. You know what I mean? Like someone with his persona, it's very easy for me to believe the claims that are being sent out, because I think that someone who would be the kind of person to take advantage of someone would be someone who kind of has they don't give a fuck about the world attitude. And, all of his stuff, for the most part, his content is about just reacting to other people. He doesn't have much of his own like personality, unfortunately. Like, how like I make videos talking about other people, but I also do my own stuff. Like I'm making my gaming videos. I have a project coming out on Saturday. Very excited to tell you all about it. Or well, you guys will just see it. I'm not gonna do anything else. So if you're watching this, something big's happening on Saturday. But yeah, like I don't know. I guess I'm just not surprised. And I think it's very easy for me to believe that he would do this. Just based on, again, watching, I don't want to play the whole thing, but based on D'Angelo's video, the way that he kind of talks about the evidence that's in there. Again, this is a very popular video now. I recommend you just go watch it. I just don't want to go through the whole video, because unlike the Dr. Disrespect stuff, I want to make this very clear and straightforward. I fully believe that Tana's right. I don't care what kind of past bullshit she did. I don't watch her. I don't know shit about her, to be honest. Actually, that's not true. I remember when the TanaCon incident happened, and that was just very poorly mismanaged. But beyond that, I don't really know much about her. Her content does not have anything to do with my content for the most part, so I've never, been a viewer of her stuff. But it doesn't matter, right? Either way, it doesn't matter. The point is, there's a victim who is saying that they were taken advantage of when they were a minor and they didn't know better. And now that she is 26 years old and Cody was 25 at the time of these allegations, it's not surprising that she's feeling more open and comfortable talking about it, because she's now sitting in a position where she's like, hey, look at, I look back at like how old he was then, and like she knows now, right, as a 26-year-old, obviously you don't have sex with a 17-year-old, duh. I don't know. I think it's really fucked up that people are trying to justify this or swing this in some way that makes Cody look better. Truthfully, there's only one thing that Cody has done that's made him smarter than every other person who's been accused of something. He's stayed quiet. And that's something I've always talked about on this channel. And maybe he watched one of my videos, right? I've always been under the impression that the best move is to say nothing if you're accused of something. This isn't me, going any deep. I don't want anyone to take anything off of that. This is very bluntly, please take it as it is. I'm telling you, I genuinely think people who are being accused of stuff, the best thing they can do is to stay silent. Now, that's not what I want. I love it when people like Dr. Disrespect just straight up admit to being a pedophile. That makes this so easy. Because right now, I cannot definitively say for 100% certainty that this happened, but I can say on my own personal feelings, based on what I've heard and the testimonies from Tana and from Gabby Hanna, I personally feel that Cody is a pedophile and that he did do what they're claiming to do. But until he fucks up and speaks, I can't 100% say that. But again, I really feel it. That's just where I'm at. You're welcome to disagree. You can hate all you want, I guess. I know some of you guys were kind of upset at like the stuff I put in my previous videos. I stand by them actually, because they're my opinions. It's my video. I can do what I want. But I really do think that what they're saying against him is true. Very much so. I don't know why we would immediately jump to defending him when he has a witness. Remember from the clip I played. If there wasn't that witness clip, truthfully, I'd be more skeptical, and I'd be wanting to wait till Cody replies before I make this video. And if Cody does make a statement, then I will come back and we'll reassess. But like, unless Cody has like actual hard evidence to prove he didn't do this, like unless he comes out and he's like, "Oh, this is a lie, this is what happened," unless I have some actual evidence, I think Tana and Gabby Hanna are telling the truth. And the fact that Tana's been so consistent in her story, she hasn't changed it, she hasn't muddled it around, I think that's kind of helping the situation. It's not like Dr. Disrespect where he was all like, "Oh, well, first it was, I can't speak about it. Now it's like, oh, I can kind of say stuff. Oh, now it's, yeah, it was probably a minor." And the fact that he edited out a minor from his tweet, and then he put it back because he got caught. So, Cody, if you're watching this, I'm going to tell you, I would love it if you came out and talked about it. But I bet your lawyers are smart and they've told you to say nothing. And hey, that's up to you, dude. I know that if you make any more content, I don't know, dude. Like, how do you like? Oh, and here's something I almost missed. Doesn't he have where's his? Or does he not have it? Wait. Oh god, this is gonna play a video. Does he not have at the bottom? Yeah. His wife now has a YouTube channel where people are going after her, and they go to the most recent video, scroll down, and people are talking about it. They're saying wild of Cody not to say anything. And okay, guys, I don't know how to say this nicely in a way that won't upset you, but I don't think we should be attacking his wife for what he did. She's probably devastated and shocked by this. I mean, they're having a kid together, right? I'm sure she's taking this extremely hard. And I really, really don't think that she deserves to be harassed with comments about it. I understand people want to answer. I understand people want something. But listen, it's not her fault. And again, in the same way that I'm happy to defend Tana, and because of Gabby's supported witness claims, I also feel like we need to defend his wife here too, guys, because I don't think spamming her channel with stuff is the right thing to do. Personally. I think that there's Reddit for that. There's Twitter. There's plenty of other sources to yell and be pissed at Cody for what he did. Heck, I'm upset with him too. Obviously I'm not a fan of him anymore because he's a fucking pedophile. Like, I think he's a pedophile. But like, don't go after someone who, in my opinion, is probably one of the few people we could consider to be a second victim to this. Not a main victim, to be clear. And I know that'll sound harsh to you guys, but think about it. She married this guy who's a fucking pedophile and has a kid with it. She didn't know. Like, fuck. I mean, if I found out that my wife had, raped somebody, I'd be devastated. I'd feel horrible. So I don't want you guys to be going after her. I really don't, and I hope you don't. And as a small content creator, and as someone who tries my best to put my best foot forward, I think that we need to model good behavior for what we would hope to be reflected when we become larger content creators, right? So I think this is the only thing that's upset me from people's reaction is going to her channel to attack Cody. It's not her fault that Cody did what he did, and I don't think hurting her channel is good. I didn't check the sub number on her channel before this started, but please, in my opinion, I don't want you to unsubscribe from her when I think she is suffering, not as much as what Tana did, obviously, but she is a victim too, in my opinion. It's okay to have multiple victims in a situation, guys. And I don't know. I'm upset. I'm upset to see this kind of stuff. And people are, I don't know. Like, there's comments like this where like people are like trying to get him to talk, and they're saying they can't watch his video, and that's fine. I don't here's the tough part, right? So look at this, and this is something I want to talk about as well. Here, this comment is exactly why he's not speaking. And this video is going too long, but I saw this comment and I had to mention this. This comment says, if he doesn't handle it differently, he's going to lose the respect of so many female fans out there, and what's left of his fan base will be victim blaming, gaslighting, women hating, incels. So they're worried about Cody losing fans. And everyone is saying the same stuff. You know, you and Cody need to address things. Don't drag her into this, guys. Don't fucking drag her into this shit, right? And the fact that they're going after her, trying to attack her because she's a woman, like this sexist stuff, like stop it. What are you doing? Go after Cody and get this fucking pedophile to come out and admit to what he did, or to provide evidence to say otherwise. Like, don't. You know what I mean? Like, just leave this person alone. Sorry, that's a me thing. But I am all about going after the people who deserve to be gone after. And I just don't like. I don't watch his wife's channel. I don't give a fuck about that. But like, leave the poor woman alone. The fact that she is finding out from the internet, not from him, that her husband had sex with a minor. I mean, unless we think she already knew. That would be wild. I'd love to know where that train of thinking would lead us, but I don't want to make up bullshit. But the fact that she isn't blocking her channel tells me maybe she is using it to show Cody what all this outrage is, kind of my theory. I really do think she didn't know, because I can't imagine her, because she's been in some of his videos on his channel, and based on what I've seen from her, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who would stay with someone, I would hope, who, you know, I don't know, but like if she knew, I don't know. I really don't think that, I just don't think this is good. So, is he going to respond? Fuck no. If he has good lawyers, they'll tell him no. And I don't expect him to respond. In fact, I really do think he'll just stay silent. And as unfortunate as it is, I think that is the best thing he could do. Because let's be honest, guys, and this is something I wanted to say in my previous videos, but I didn't feel like it was appropriate. But since this keeps happening over and over, all these people being caught with, like, fucking, with minors, like, I can't keep... I can't keep making videos about this. Like, this is getting crazy. I'm only making the video about this because I finally have the evidence that I needed to feel the way I feel. But, like, there's going to be new shit. Like, there's going to be new fucking drama. Like, I covered I'm Alex. Then I covered Dr. Disrespect. Now I'm covering this. I still have a video to make about Boogie. Like, I have so much. There's so much going on. There's the... oh, God, why can't I remember his name? But you'll see a video on it. There's another guy who pretended to be fucking Australian. It's just weird shit. Like, it just never ends. Like, are we not at all concerned about the fact that this just never fucking ends? Like, it's just a constant cycle of drama. Like, yeah, I think the Cody situation will eventually end with nothing being said, nothing being done, and eventually people will move on. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Remember when we talked about what's his name? Because I don't even care about him that much because I never watched his. Oh yeah, The Completionist. You guys remember The Completionist? You remember that? Nobody gives a fuck anymore. The Completionist gave an apology and then he moved the fuck on, and he's still got an audience. He's still going. Like, I'm just saying. Cody not saying anything is probably the best thing he can do, and I think it's probably going to work. Prove me wrong. I dare you. No big channel is saying that at all. No big channel is, as far as I could tell, talking about the fact that Cody is doing everything correctly. He's completely removing all the allegations off of his own channel, and he's making his fans that are already his fans not care about the situation. Most people on the internet don't give a fuck about this kind of drama, and they just watch a funny video and move on. I hope that people watching this video, if you're part of my community, you understand that I try and make videos with like real good intention because I really do care about you guys. But a lot of people, here's the reality, like they don't give a fuck about the content creator. So yeah, I think he's going to stay. Here's what's going to happen. He's going to stay silent, Eventually, his wife will moderate her own channel. And eventually, there'll be another internet shock thing that'll pull us away from this. 100% that's what's going to happen. It's sad and it's messed up, and I don't think he should get away with it. I think we should find some way to convince him to admit what he did, and that way we, just for my own sanity. But I don't think it's going to happen. I guess that's it. Thank you all for watching. As always, I'm Elwirfy. I try not to make these serious videos too often, but I'll make them if I got to. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, guys, I'm Elwirfy, and I'll definitely see you guys next time, especially on Saturday. Keep your eye out for Saturday.